As first-timer property buyers, there are many things we may fear. Most people lack the necessary experience in buying and selling properties, so it may be daunting to choose the ideal property that could possibly enjoy growth yet well within your affordability. Hi, this is Eric from the Real Estate Xperience, and the number one property choice of most first-timer is either the next BTO or a resale flat that is close to their families, as most of them are being prudent considering the affordability of public housing. So, is that a good idea? If all you want is a humble and normal life, it could be the right move. But if what you yearn for is for a betterment of your future and lifestyle, you may want to reconsider other options. Why? Let's take a look. What most young property buyers do not consider is the lengthy timeline for one to suddenly realize their first pot of gold. The long 4 years waiting for construction to complete, coupled with the minimum occupation period of 5 long years, easily locked a young 30-year-old couple for a dreadful 9 to 10 years, and which also means the young couple would have reached almost 40 years old. We all learned that time is money, and this is an irrefutable fact of life. Many people have the misconception that investment should only start at the later stage in their life. But due to the mortgage limitation in Singapore, the older ones get, the shorter the loan tenure will be, and that also means that the monthly loan repayment will be heftier, while other family expenses such as childcare and educational commitment are increasing. Many people have already missed this high-speed train of investment, and while you still have this advantage, wouldn't you do something about it? So, let's say if you are able to get a nice home for your own stay, while this very first investment still has a high potential of making decent profit in 5 years, that is equivalent to half the time of your public housing. Wouldn't that be great to help you to jumpstart your real estate investment journey? It is also important to note that you have to start this journey as early as possible so long as your finances are sound. Remember I mentioned that being prudent is important? I cannot stress enough that careful planning is highly critical to the success of your first investment. Now, we can see prices of private home hitting new highs in the year 2021. Every time the market dipped, it rebounded even higher, and those who are apprehensive and choose to wait end up paying even more than they have to. There are fundamental mistakes that you can avoid easily. Even though the overall chart shows that the home prices continue to climb, but truth be told, there are some inexperienced investors who make losses too. This could be due to various factors, and some of the most common ones are not setting aside reserve funds, having slow hand, or simply do not understand the property market well enough. Sounds daunting, right? It can be easy and much safer so long as you follow our proven strategy closely. Right below is the historical price chart of a private property named Changi Green. As a first-timer, should you buy into the property since prices now are at its previous high in the year 2014? Do you believe that the price will continue to escalate in the next 3 years? Now, let me draw your attention to the below to look at some of the transactions that happened in these recent years in Changi Green. You might have noticed that some buyers bought into a resale property and ended up not making profit like they would love to have it. And on the contrary, some of them even incur losses. Do not repeat this costly mistake made by others. The question then boils down to, how does one select the right property? There are two important factors you should use to determine: potential upside and risk involvement. With these 2 points as my basis, compound with careful analysis of the fact, figure and market insight to determine if the property is safe to enter. And definitely no one can guarantee that you will make money for sure. That is why considering risk is equally important as the potential upside. One last example to illustrate my point further will be looking between Queen's and Commonwealth Tower. You will have been relatively upset and utterly disappointed if you choose to purchase the former due to its low entry price. As you can see, even though Commonwealth Tower has a higher entry price, the profit amounted actually is so much more. So why do you think that is the case? With all these questions in mind, you know that it is key to understand how to select the right property. With factors listed above coupled with criteria that are essential in spotting the right property, you will be able to kickstart your real estate journey moving towards the right direction. It can all be so seamless process when you get hold of the fundamental of choosing the property, and it also can be applied to find future properties as and when you upgrade. Avoid repeating other people's mistakes and feel free to contact me to address all your burning questions. If you find this video useful, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.